is slightly different from what I do usually. So this is about full-time trading. So there are various factors which we need to consider before taking full-time trading as our profession. So the first factor is, am I ready for full-time trading? That is, full-time trading is a profession where you may not have the guarantee of a monthly inflow of income. You may not. In fact, monthly income could be negative, right? So we need to have enough capital. So I always plan worst case and think best case. But for planning, I always do the worst case planning. So I'm assuming that my income from trading would be zero, right? And given that, what is my capital that I need to accumulate before my retirement? So in this part, I'll talk about how we can go about calculating what is the amount needed. Yeah, taking a fictitious example. So let's say I'm Raju and my age now is 30, right? And I want to save. For saving will come later. Okay, so the next part, and I want to retire by the age 45. Okay, so this is how I planned it out. It's not Raju, it's actually Pradeep's example. And my life expectancy, I think I'd be lucky if I say sorry. The expenses were 50,000. Then only 50,000. Wow, good days. And I assume that the inflation will remain at 6% because this is something that RBI takes very, very. I think 6%. Even if you look at history, that's a decent number to adjust. You can adjust it upwards, but not downwards. Because now to calculate what is the amount needed, first we need to calculate how many years are we going to spend in retirement. That is, so I'm retiring at 45, and I need income till I need corpus till 70, right? So 25 years in retirement. Now in Excel, we have a function called future value, right? Future value of current 50,000 rupees. What is it going to be when I am retiring? So currently I am 30 years old and I'm retiring at 45. So 45 minus 30 is the number of years I have, right? And you have to just leave it. And future value of what is 50,000 today, right? And that is one. Be careful that 50,000 should be annotated by a minus sign because we are looking at the future and trying to estimate what is that future value of today's investment, right? For today's expense. So it comes roughly out to 1,19,828 rupees. Right? Now, what is the corpus that you need? So this is the monthly expense at the age 45, right? So assuming that, for a moment, let's assume that your inflation remains from 45 till your life out age, that is 70. This expense is going to remain constant. It's not constant. I'll come to that. But let's assume that's constant. That means we will need this into 12 per year, right? And what is the number of years we are spending in retirement? That's 25. So that will come to around 3 crore 59 lakhs 48,372,000, right? So this is the corpus that we need to have, assuming that our inflation, our expense. What I'm going to do is I'm going to generate investment return, right, which gives me a return of 10% after my retirement age, right? Because I have a corpus and I have invested it, that's giving me 10%, of which I'll take 4%, right? And that will be exactly 1,19,828, which is the monthly expenses. So as the inflation adjustment happens here, since my capital is also growing, I can leave off that by withdrawing 4% every month. I should be able to sustain myself till the age of 75. Now, what I have not done here is, and that's something that you can try yourself. Let's say I want to do a vacation every year, or maybe one vacation within India, one vacation outside. So it cost me 1 lakh now, and probably the age between 45 to 70, I might do 2 more, 3 more, 4 more. I don't know, depends on you, right? So what's the amount that will be needed? So that gets added to the corpus. Then you might have EMI for your loan, etc., which you may not have when you are retiring. Probably if you have bought a house, and the other goals, for example, your children's education. So? Let's say you have a daughter who is today 4 years old, and you want to send her to the US for her graduation. So that would cost today probably maybe a 1 crore. What would be the value 15 years from now? So that's the calculation that you need to do. Same is in the future value, and those all need to get added to your corpus needed at retirement, right? And if you see that you have achieved that, then you are ready. You can go do whatever you want, not only trading but whatever you want, right? So this is what I call life in an Excel. Theoretically, this will work very fine. So why not practically? Because maybe today you don't need EMI, but trading, this is only one factor. There are multiple factors. I've covered it in a series of videos. In the next video, what I'll do is, now it's not that we are only expensing, right? We are also saving. We are investing in ETFs or stocks, or so. How can we bring in that factor here? So which will mean that this corpus will considerably reduce, because you're making the investment over here, right? And then if the investment, that's power of compounding. You'll see it when you see it. So I hope this is useful. Please send me all the questions. I'll make a follow-up video with all the questions answered. Thank you so much. If you found this useful, please do subscribe, like. Bye. Have a good day.